Hey, hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is that all right? Is that all right? Hello, everyone. Hello, people. Hello, people. Hello, people. Welcome. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Uncooked. Hello, Janet, Julian, and Joodles. Hello, Andrew, Claire, and Dorklands. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you very much. It's going to be an unbelievably. It's not going to be a show. It's going to be a stream. It's not a show. It is a stream. It is a stream. It's me talking. It's you talking. Unprepared, uncooked. That's what the show is. It's uncooked. I don't do enough work for this. I don't deserve to have this as a show. But luckily, the only people who are deciding whether we should have a show are you. It's the only people. Should I get a light? I don't know whether. Let's see if the light. Put the light here. How is that? How is that? That's a bit bright. How about if we put this over here? How is that? How is that? Is that better? I'm going to go on the other side. I don't know. Maybe I think that's all right. I don't know. Maybe this shirt is not that great. It's a light green shirt. Streaky Bacon is here. MC Scott is here. So we're doing really, really well. We've got a very busy day. I've actually done a lot of research before today's show to prepare myself for what's going on because we had Christmas. Maybe I should cut that. I should cut that over here. We should have Christmas. We had Christmas and nothing much happened over Christmas. Nothing much happened. But now Christmas is over and like lots of stuff is happening from Greenland to James Corden to net migration, processed meat not being that bad. They're debating the meat question. F, 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 WHO. That's my attitude. F those people. F everybody. I wish I had somebody here. I'm going to start inviting people to come back on the show. I don't know why. I don't like having people here. I just prefer to talk to you guys. Just keep it like that. The beautiful, beautiful women, Janet and Claire. Happy birthday is to me. Oh, this is the other Claire. This is Claire number 2 with no eye. She's got no eye, but I'll tell you something about Claire number 1. She doesn't have an eye either. She doesn't have an eye. Claire, happy birthday. How old are you? You are looking really beautiful. Oh my God, you look much younger than that. You're doing great, Claire. Very beautiful. Maltese Phil. Oi, oi. I am effing miserable. I've got over a dose of man flu, and now I've hurt my back. I'm having takeaway and beer to cheer myself up and to make it worse. That cannot make your life any better, having takeaway and beer. Having takeaway and beer. I came home. I bought 5 oranges today, and I came home and I had 3 of those oranges, which is about 300 grams of orange flesh. And I mean, it's not a lot of carbs, but it is too much carbs. Today, I've been getting my table decorations sorted for this Christmas. For this Christmas. You mean like, is that a joke? Are you making a joke? Is it next Christmas? Is it next Christmas? Julian says, hi, Claire, and happy birthday, Claire. Remember, there's 2 Claires. There's one with an eye, and then there's one with no eye, but the Claire without an eye, with an eye doesn't really have much of an eye, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know what we're going to do today. Crystal Palace. Also, Crystal Palace is lost. Has lost. John Van Dam is wishing a happy birthday to Claire without the eye. And Mr. Cuff is saying hello to Claire with the eye. So there's lots of different people here. Maltese Phil and Julian and Joodles. Joodles is screaming Cuffy. And Janet is wishing Claire a happy birthday. We're doing really well. We're doing really, really well. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Is it not Saturday? It is Saturday. It is. I don't know. Do you like the shirt? This is. I think my son gave this to me. I mean, used. And it's maybe I should put it on Vinted. Everybody go to Vinted. Nunhead Man on Vinted, Vinted, and register. I don't even know if you need to register. Just buy something. Just buy something, and I will send it to you. And you will have something that's been actually touched by Lewis Schaffer. Look at these hands. Actually touched. Actually touched. Touched by Lewis. If you care about that, Streaky Bacon is here. Streaky Bacon is here. MC Scott. Have I said everybody? I think I've said at least everybody. If you're just listening, just sign in and say, hey, Lewis, what are you doing? What are you up to? And I go, oh, look at who's here. I finally finished taking down my Christmas lights this afternoon. True story. What does a true story mean? A story is a story. Maybe it's not true. It's a real story. You just made up the story right now. I don't believe you, Darklands. I don't think so. Joe is here too. Hey guys, Joe says hello. Joe says hello. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I don't know, are we allowed to sing happy birthday? Or are we going to be sued by Michael Jackson or Sony or Paul McCartney? Are we going to be sued? Are we going to be sued? Thank you for your birthday wishes, says Claire. I was proud of myself. You took down your Christmas stuff. I mean, I got my Christmas decorations still up. Does that make me a bad person? Is my question. Does it make me a bad person? Hey, Lewis, says Joe. How are you doing? How are you doing, beautiful, beautiful Joe? How is Darklands doing? These are all the women. My nose is itchy. Hold on a second. These are all the women who Lewis Schaffer flirts with and who flirt back with Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. Anyway, so thank you for coming to the show. Today is the 215th. We've done this 215 days. Yes, she sang that song. That was actually written by somebody. I mean, I don't know whether people should be royalties. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe people should pay royalties on stuff, but not after the person's dead, so that their family, you know what I mean? How many years can it be? 100? I think it's 125 years now. Vatanai taught us you're safe till the 2nd of February, decorations, but I take them down personally. Who are you talking to? You're talking to me? Should I take down my Christmas lights? I like having them on there. I like having them up. They're the only Christmas lights I have. I'm not a believer, but I think we all need to have faith in Christianity. That's the faith. That's the faith of this country. We don't want to be a Muslim country, do we? So today is the 215th day. Okay. Plus 70 is 285 streams. That's so many streams. That's a really lot of streams. That's amazing. 215 days. Does it feel like that? I mean, how do you even know what 215 feels like? What else do we measure with 215 days? We don't ever do a countdown for 215 days. We do a countdown for a month. We do a countdown for a week. But do we do 215 days? So I'm not sure. It's the 17th of January. Tomorrow is the 18th, then Monday is the 19th. And I think the 19th, historically, is the most depressing day of the year. Let me find out what that says. Let's find out what it says. What day is the most depressing day of the year? Okay. Blue Monday, day in January, typically the 3rd Monday of the month. 2005, Cliff Arnall. That's so great to have like an actual name. Who is this guy? He's at Cardiff University. He's a current member of the British Psychological Society. It's made a Wikipedia entrance, and it's 21 years ago. So let's find out. The third Monday, it takes into account weather conditions and thus only applies to the northern hemisphere temperate zones. Some have dismissed the idea as pseudoscience. No, because it's not really a science. Not everybody knows it's not been proven. Unless they can prove that on this day, most suicides, not most, I'm sorry, I don't want to use that word. Most self-deletions happen. Second or fourth Monday, the first such date was declared on the 24th of January, 2005, as part of a Sky Travel press release. It's based on the weather, light, debt minus ability to pay, time since Christmas, failed quit attempts, the New Year's resolutions, right? Motivational levels, need to take action. They're trying to make it a science. But let's see what is the third Monday of the year. Let's find out when the third Monday of the year is. I'm going to look on my app here. Whatever, my I just saw the results of the Palace match, and that was depressing. Whoops, this is not working. That's not good. I might have to buy a new phone. I'm sorry, I might have to buy a new phone. Oh my God, there we go. It's not working. Let's see, maybe my other phone will work. Alan is here. Kerry Macca is here. Alan Williams is here. This is absolutely bollocks, Lewis. I love when you talk like that, Joodles. It's all subjective. But if you keep telling people it's depressing, they'll believe you. It's due to not having been paid since Christmas. What does that mean? It's horseshit. If people haven't been paid since Christmas, that can be really a depressing time. And we spent all that money over Christmas, or most people did. I didn't because I'm a cheap Jew, but most people did. I think there's a day too that's most popular for asking for a divorce. Good point for that. These are good things. These are good points of how we can tell whether it's depressing or not. Monday the 19th, is that the third Monday of the let me just see, how come you're not signed in properly? The first Monday is of the month is the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, Monday the 19th, according to this thing. I don't know. Of course it's bollocks. Maybe the following Monday, actually, the 26th, says Janet. Possibly that's the most depressing. I mean, I don't know. I've picked up my energy. Have you noticed that? I feel a bit more energetic, more in the room. Everything's going to be okay. Maybe the following Monday, Janet says. Keith Bexley is on the train. Where are you going to? How can you be depressed when you're on a train? Trains are like they're alive. They're pulsating. They're speeding through Britain. Where are you, Keith Bexley? Julian mentions New Order, Manchester. What about New Order? Baby's got blue eyes. Baby's got green eyes. Flipping autocorrect. It was meant to say. Flipping, says Kerry Macca. Kerry. Good to see you. I don't know what that means. I think the first credit card bill comes in after Christmas. Hence the stats. These are other reasons. They gave a few reasons. Did you see the reasons that they gave? Do you see the reasons here? The weather, the debt, failed quit attempts. How many of you have quit the diet that you said you were going to go on to please me? How many of you did that? How many are still dieting to please Lewis Schaffer? was probably in a press release under the name Chris Arnold, who at the time was a research associate in psychology at the University Hospital Wales Department of Obstetrics and Psychology tutor. I mean, maybe it could have been a scam. We'll have to read this. I'm not so sure it wasn't a scam. Arnold also said in a press release, Wall's Ice Cream, he said that he calculated the happiest day of the year in 2025 was June 24th. June 20 in 2006, June 23rd in 2008, and in 2010 it was June 18th. Midsummer, it's like the brightest, I think, is that the brightest day of the year? The sun, it's getting warmer. I can't feel the warmth because we're in Britain, but it's getting warmer. And that's a major criteria. So they're basically saying that the world starts getting depressed. Maybe June 24th, maybe that time of year is the most depressing time of the year, is when the days get shorter and the lights, it's not as bright. Right now, the sun will come up tomorrow. You can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, come what may, tomorrow. Maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. I haven't quit the diet I started in 2001, Claire. That's true. You are skinny, slender, and beautiful. Yes. United deserve the win against City, to be fair, Joodles. Hopefully they can keep up the form, though. Or maybe they'll lose next week under easier. That's what happens. They get all gussied up to fight against in the derby, to fight against their hometown. But a snow out is due. It's definitely feeling warmer, but a snow out due, courtesy of Andrew Rubin. Snow out at the end of January, maybe incoming. Well, this is when we have snow in January and February, I guess. When else do we have snow? It's the coldest months of the year. It's great seeing the days extend, Lewis. You're right. Streaky Bacon, good to see you. Yes, it is. It is. So that's maybe why we should be happy, because the days are getting longer. When what are the daylight hours of this whatever it's called? What is daylight hours? Hours today in London. 10 hours of sun. Oh my God, we got 10 hours of sun. Maybe, yeah, look at this, almost 10 hours from 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:19 to 5 o'clock. So 7, it's 5 hours. It's 10 hours of sun. That's such good news. That's good news. Let's find out what it was on December 22nd. Let's see what it says. Look at how much more sun they get in London. Where are we right now? Where are we? We are I've seen this chart before. It's amazing. What is the longest day of the year? Is that here? Is that here? Okay. What day is that? June 15th, maybe? Is that the longest day of the year? Let's say that's June 20th, right up there. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's almost like it does not get dark. Is that what that means? Do you know? Can anybody read this thing? Does anybody read this thing? Can you see? Okay. I used to be skinny, kid. Took a picture of me asleep at Christmas, and I look so fat. Not going to be slim for you. Yes, you are. Okay, you're not going to be slim, but if you make progress, I will still do you, Janet. I will do you. So just keep on making progress. We got a month to go. You can lose 5 pounds in a month, easy. Pound a week, or whatever it is. Maybe a kilo in a week. If you maybe don't do that. Just keep on going, Janet. Okay, I'm going to do you. Maybe we should all take vitamin D. Yes, take vitamin D. I'm going to go get my vitamin D right now. Now, remember, I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor, but this is the pills that I take. Magnesium glycinate. Do you guys know about that? Magnesium glycinate. I take magnesium. That's 1,000. That's 1,000. I don't even know what the difference in glycinate is and citrate is, and then the other one is magnesium malate. I take vitamin D. That's 4,000. Do you see this? That's 4,000. But I also have these, which I don't take very often. This is vitamin D plus K2. K2. I'm not advertising this brand. I'm not advertising for this brand. But this is what I take. Have you checked if it's taxed in MOTs, Kermit? You might get a free tow. Something happened there. I missed what's happening. Darklands. Chartel is here. I was just thinking about you. Somebody mentioned you, and they said, "Oh, Chartel, I like Chartel." But I like everybody here. Do we have any dead weight here? Is anybody a dead weight in this group? I don't think you are. Yes, go camping around the solstice, and it never gets proper dark. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see that? This area is darkness, and this area is not proper dark down here in June. It's hard to see. Is it hard to see the map? The plan, or whatever that is. The plan. It's going to snow. Andrew says it's going to snow. You can't get your hopes up too high in this country. I'm sorry, you can't. I mean, but maybe you can. All right, here's the pills I'm going to take. I'm going to take two of these pills. Two of these pills. These are vitamin D, and one of these pills. They're not pills. They're not pills. Vitamin D is like a hormone. Did you know that? It's not old. It's not old card joodles, but much newer than mine. Okay, hold on one sec. I probably should take the magnesium. Are you all taking magnesium? Kerry Macca says I've actually started to take multivitamins because I told I'm lacking a few of the main ones. But remember the thing, you should not take a multivitamin because you shouldn't take a multivitamin. It's like you may be good on one and bad on another, and one is related to one. 34 people are in the stream. That's brilliant. We're doing really well. We had a slight dip after Christmas, and now we're back up again. But I would not take a multivitamin. I've taken multivitamins, and I don't think you should take a multivitamin. Do you agree with me? Who's taking a multivitamin? Streaky. At least we are now less likely to get dementia. Okay, says Streaky. Let's see what Streaky said. I'm missing the bit here. Why are we less likely to get dementia? The main thing, you know what they call dementia? They call dementia type 3 diabetes. So if you don't eat carbs, your brain is going to be better. Do not eat carbs, and alcohol is not good either. Waking up each day is living beyond my means. Well, it's good that we're living. We're all living. Let's keep on living. And the way you live is by being thin, and the way you get thin is by not eating carbs. And carbs actually cause all the diseases known to man, as I've proven. Claire is taking magnesium. Okay. Taking vitamin D lessens dementia. Facts. It lessens dementia. It probably does. It probably does. Probably, possibly. But you know what lessens dementia is low carbs. Do you disagree with me about this? About this, Chartel? Everyone here is lovely, says Claire. I am really looking forward to meeting those who are coming to Lewis's show. Yeah, I hope you all come. I want to see every one of you. And I'm actually thinking about what I'm going to say, and I have no idea. I have no idea. And when I get up there, whatever idea I have will go out. I'll just look at the audience, and I'll just say, you guys, maybe if you hate me, or maybe if you like, maybe not you. You guys are gonna love me. You gotta love me. Okay, short tell. If you post him one, I'd reckon he'd take it. Streaky, Joodles. Okay, so what did Streaky say that I should take? I'm waiting for a cataract operation, really hoping to get it out of the way before the 10th. I'm not sure, maybe cataracts, there's nothing you can do about it, but I would say this, before you do a cataract operation, I would lower your carbs. I would lower low carbs. Cataracts and carbs. Let's Google what it's, didn't we do this already? I think we did this already. Lewis, being thin don't mean you're fit. What about anorexia? Yes, that's true. People who are anorexic are not right. But most people who are thin do not have type 2 diabetes. And they don't have extra blood sugar in their veins. And their blood sugar doesn't go into their eyes to give them cataract, Chartel. So that's what I'm thinking. No multivitamin, but I do take vitamin D, Darklins, and magnesium glycinate. Well, you're with Lewis Schaffer. There you go. We're on the same team, Darklins. I take vitamin D and I take magnesium glycinate. There it is. I said that I didn't I say that? There's vitamin D. There's vitamin D3. Can you see it? It's actually somewhat expensive. And then there's the magnesium glycinate. There's the magnesium. There's the magnesium. So there you go. You need to balance vitamin D with calcium because you can't overdose facts. I don't need to take a lot of calcium because I have a meat diet, which is like loaded in calcium. Loaded in calcium. I mean, the K2, which they say you should take with the D3. This is what they say. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor here. I can't see out of one eye, Lewis, so it's a bit late now. Well, it could improve. Let's find out what it says about cataracts and carbs. Right? Let's see what it says. Does carnivore diets do keto diets help? Did we ask this question the last time with cataracts? And the answer to the question is why there is no direct evidence, which means that yes, suggest a low carbohydrate diet may help slow the development or reduce the risk. Primary conventional treatment remains surgery. But this is what it says. The keto diet and eye health. Let's see what it says here. Allow all. Let's see what it says about cataracts. Horrible. I don't even know why I bothered to look. But basically, I would go. I mean, I say to go keto. Keto is so hard to do. I had 3 oranges today and 2 slices of bread. TIF is fine. Fasting and burning ketos in the brain is good. Yes. Yeah. And your body can produce its own ketones, I guess. I'm pretty sure. We can be okay. There we go. Now we're talking about that. Who has had cataracts? Who has had? To be fair, it's a piece of piss to check online. Streaky, at least we are now less like. Okay. Lewis, would you please do the show on an ecstasy pill one day, please? Yeah, I'd like to do that. I like these kind of pills. Pills like that are pills that I like to take. I shouldn't admit this. I'm not promoting any kind of drug use, but I like pills like that. I like mild painkillers and mood elevators and things like that. But thank you very much, Streaky Bacon. Okay. Okay. We're going to have to see. Lewis, would you? Okay. What's the reg? And I'll do it for you. We're talking about car stuff. Hey, if you want to buy a car, you should call up Joodles. Joodles knows all the stuff about cars. I believe. I'm prescribed vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium. I don't believe you should take calcium because it gets in the heart, and if you're on a high carb diet, I'm against calcium. I don't take it. I'm against vitamin C too. I'm only those pills. Vitamin maybe K2 is an additional pill, but that's if you've been prescribed it. You know how doctors are. They were so right about the COVID thing. You got to believe you got to believe them. You got to believe them. Chartel, waking up each day. Okay, we've gone through this. Claire says, everyone here is lovely. I'm really looking for. Okay, I think I've read this already. Okay, well, I hope to see you, Claire, Janet, at the 10th of whatever it is. I think it'll be quite a nice thing for us all to get together. Okay, so Claire's taking magnesium. Good. Chartel is taking vitamin D. If you post him, I reckon he'll take it. Streaky, don't post it. Don't post it. I'll get arrested by the police. Who knows? Snow is no joke. Snow is no joke, says Kermit. Good to see you, Kermit. Janet's taking magnesium. There we go. We all need to take magnesium. Vitamin D, we need to get out in the sun. We need to reduce our stress. We need to sleep as best we can. Magnesium glycinate is good for that, supposedly. I mean, it hasn't really helped me, but maybe it is. No Volti. I mean, who knows? Because I had a bit of coffee before the show last night, so maybe that's why I wasn't able to sleep. Let's see. Ulrich is here. Should we wear name tags, maybe? Yes, that would be good. That would be good. Shortell is 37 in the house. Hit that like for the best chatters ever. You are one of the best chatters, Shortell. I've heard nice things about you, and I think it too. I don't even know why I even mentioned that. He'll just look at the audience and say, you're fat. You've got diabetes. Well, I've done that before. The last time, yeah, I've done that before where I've just turned to the audience and I called people fat. People found it really funny. They found it really, really funny. They're all fat. I mean, I did a show in 2019 called Mr. Diabetes, and where I told people that they were fat. And that was in the early days of my weight loss thing. And I don't know if people believed. I don't know if you believe that I was going to be thin forever, but I've been thin since 2017. 2017. And you can be thin too. And I woke up today, I weighed 76.7 kilograms. 76.7. Look at how beautifully thin I am. Look at how beautifully thin I am. I'm like thin. I'm not thin, but I'm not, I'm pretty thin. I'm pretty thin. Now I'm on the belt. I'm on the third or the fourth of my belt here. You can't see this thing. That even if I don't weigh myself, I'm that way. But Ulrich, wear a name tag at the show. Wear a name tag. Glycinate 3-in-1 by Nutrition Geeks. Well, what are the three things in there? What did you say the three things were? I mean, I don't believe in the calcium. I don't believe if you eat meat and eggs, you don't need calcium. You don't need calcium. You need to balance vitamin D with calcium because you can't overdose. What does it mean, Chartel? You can't overdose facts. Let's Google that. You know what it is? I don't trust myself either. You're right not to trust me. You're right. Should magnesium be taken with calcium? Yes, you should take calcium and magnesium together because they work synergistically for bone health. Okay, but getting the right ratio, often cited as 2-to-1 calcium to magnesium, and timing is crucial. As high doses of calcium can interfere with magnesium absorption, so taking them at different times or in balanced formulas is recommended. You have to take them separately. But can you trust them? Can you trust them? Carnivore diet. Let's see what it says. Need supplementation on a carnivore diet, but they can compete for absorption, so take them separately. You shouldn't take a 3-for-1 pill. Magnesium is vital. Calcium deficiency can cause issues. The best supplements for a carnivore diet. Well, these are people selling. These are people selling this. Vitamin C, vitamin D, omega-3. I don't know if I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm denying it right now. I'm denying it. Okay. We can be fatty on the inside, which is also dangerous, Darklands. That's exactly true. That's exactly true. But if you're thin, I think you'll be all right. I don't know what the rules are for that, but you are right about that. Yeah, okay, Lewis. Well, what are you saying? You're questioning what I'm saying. Chartel, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chartel. I can't see out of one eye, Lewis, so a bit late now. I'm going back to the top here. I've set James Mathewson. That's the name of the guy. Zinc is the secret of the money shot. I mean, I have zinc here. I don't take zinc. You don't need zinc if you're eating a proper meat-based diet. No, Lewis, I said you can overdose with vitamin D and calcium, the doc said. I'm on 400 international units a week as so deficient of vitamin D. You know what? Divide that by 7 is 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 5 is 35. So basically you're on 5,000 units, 6,000 units a day. Well, I take 8,000 units, so I'm with you. And I don't know if I'm deficient at all. Lewis would need a ghostwriter who has the patience of a saint. No, because a ghostwriter, I can barely remember the stuff that I say myself. Thank you, Vatanai, with that. Thank you, Vatanai, with that. We had 40 people. We're doing very well. Welcome, everybody. If you're just watching this thing and you haven't said anything, say hello. Write in and say, I'm here. I'm not saying anything, but I'm here. I took vitamin E capsules and turned red. Yeah, I think if you eat the right food, this is my belief system. I mean, if you're on a vegan, vegetarian diet, you might need all these other things. No, not questioning you, Lewis. My bad punctuation. Okay. I didn't think you were. And I seem like I'm yelling at you because I'm one of these hothead people. Bloody hell, 250 pounds for you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Claire, here's Claire with no eye, says, no, and don't smoke or drink for 30 minutes either side of taking vitamins as they are not absorbed. Okay, interesting that. Interesting. Interesting. But you know what? People put too much faith in vitamins. Am I putting too much faith in that? I think it's getting shampoo in the eyes that can cause that, Janet says. I don't think it is. No, it's a high carb diet. Just Google cataracts and diabetes. They're totally related. Not related. High blood sugar causes cataracts. Diabetes is high blood sugar. My powerlifting mate injected steroid into his chest and turned blue. True story. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. Steroids, I don't know. I'm not going there. I don't need to. I'm going to be a very skinny guy. If you want a muscly guy, go with Malteser or go with Mark Thorosian. He's got a fantastic body. The normal medical advice on vitamin D, says Vatnai, is wrong. The dose needs to be higher. I believe that. I'm not right. I'm on 8,000. The dose needs to be higher. In the form we can get it, it takes weeks for your body to convert it into a usable form, Vatnai says. I think that that's probably true. You need to do it every day because it rushes out of the system. That's what I've heard. Have you heard that, Vatnai? You have an eye cage thing for days, so nothing touches or rubs, no water near it. I was very careful with it all. With it all, been there and done it all when it comes to eye stuff. Yes, Kermit has a bad eye. He's got a bad eye. We were talking about after the op. Okay. After the op. After the op. I don't know. It's just we got to be careful with what we write. I see what you're saying, Chartel. I'm terrible. I'm on Vadi. I'm terrible, period. I'm on Vadi, which is, I think, vodka, and fags now, period. Yeah. Lewis, you mean Andy, you are a CrossFit guy. No, I'm not a CrossFit guy. I'm not. I don't do any exercise like that. I'm trying to calm down. I go walk in the park every day, 1,000, excuse me, 10,000 steps. Are you CrossFit? I've always found it interesting, CrossFit. I mean, let me just say not interesting. I always found it alluring. Are cataracts reversible if you notice them early? Okay, let's ask that question. Let's ask the question that Fresh Coconut asks. Okay, are cataracts reversible? Are cataracts? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they're going to say no. No, but that's what they say. No, no. Let's see using keto. They're not considered reversible though through a ketogenic diet. Though a low carb, high fat approach may help manage blood sugar levels that contribute to their development, while some studies show that ketones can act as antioxidants and prevent lens clouding in animal models. There was no clinical evidence. I don't know if we believe that. Let's see what Dr. Ken Berry says. Dr. Ken Berry. What does he say? Uh, who else do we know about this thing? Maybe Paul Saladino? Um, it doesn't say the secrets to restoring eye health. It's from 10 months ago. Okay, maybe. What do you think about that? I gave up smoking years ago, stuck on vape now. Well, you could say that that's smoking. It's not smoke, but cataracts can be dealt with late or early. Well, what is dealt with? What do you mean by that, Andrew Rubin? Dealt with? Um, who wants to live forever? I do. I want to be healthy. I would like, you know what I mean? I'd like to go through life. Ah, Darklins, them vapes are worse than cigarettes, personally, I think. That's what Kerry Mack in Northern Ireland says. Thanks, Kermit. One had one done and will be better prepared this time. Okay, so you're doing the other one. You're doing the other one. It can be slowed down. My father had cataract surgery. It's just, you know what I mean? They figure a way to make money, and then it can be slowed down, but ultimately it needs lens replacement. Possibly that's true. Or, maybe it just takes too long. Ulrich, reverse cataracts. Tell us your experience, Ulrich. Tell us your experience. Mr. Cuff says, I'm on the vape too, but after 200 days of Lewis Schaffer, I'm seriously tempted to smoke again. Reversible and replacement are two different things. We're talking about reversible through diet. Can you improve your eyes through diet? And I would say, I'm probably going to guess maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure myself. Maybe when damage is done, it's done. Aren't cataracts a good thing? Like beer goggles. Tifsafine. Where are you from, Tifsafine? Thank you for joining us today. You are a new member. New member, tips are fine. Or are you somebody who's been here before? I can't say anything. I smoke like a train, Kerry Mack. I laugh out loud. I used to get called Ivor, the steam engine, when I was smoking. Yeah, well, smoking is not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not as bad as they say it is. If you eat a low-carb diet, you might be able to smoke a bit more than you think you can, but you shouldn't smoke. Can you suddenly read small writing really close to your face in your bad eye? Says Kermit to Janet. FF's sake, my dog is sitting on my face. I can't see sexy Lewis properly. Oh my God! Thank you, Shortel. Thank you. I love when you talk to that. Saint Cat Attack. It's a cat attack. Ulrich says. Weren't you going to tell us how the thing happened? Two things I'm scared of. One, cataracts, and two, Stormer postponing all future elections till the end of Russia-Ukraine war, which by definition is now our war, as we're bloody paying for it. Those are pretty scary things. I was thinking about that today. What Stormer is like, he's horrible. It's so scary. How do you postpone elections and say you have a free country? Especially when your team is going to lose and everybody knows you're going to lose. Everybody knows that Labor is going to lose. When I first had my eye operation in 1992, they said you have a speck of a cataract. It's still there. It hasn't grown. Yeah, yes. But has it gone away? Because you've eaten a good diet, Vatanai. Has it gone away? It's a good question. Janet says, people have lens replacement to improve eyesight, not necessarily cataract. Do they do that? I'm not sure if they do that. I hadn't heard of that. I have improved my eyes. Generally speaking, I'm not wearing glasses now, but you can work on improving your eyes by looking far away, like I'm reading here. Right, listening drops after attention. What does that mean? Like when you pay attention to who's listening and watching. I'm waiting for Tiffus to comment and say where is he from? How do we know him? Maybe I'm scaring people away by asking these kind of personal informations. But Kerry Macca says, agreed, Streaky Bacon. I still can't stop, even after being told you had bad lungs. Yeah, it's very, I mean, it's so addictive. Well, what book are you reading? You know, I'm reading How to Stop Smoking. Have you read that book? I'm not reading it. I stopped reading it, but it's right by my bed, and it's on my bed, and I'm planning on reading it. Most likely, old people get cataracts. Yes, yes, yes. Andy smokes cigars and drinks neat scotch to avoid old age. I'm gonna self-delete to avoid old age. The Russians will end this war before that twat can postpone elections unless he starts war with Russia. He wants to start war with Russia because, like all communists, he's disappointed in the Russian state. Like all communists, you know. Keir Starmer is like he's disappointed. He's really, really disappointed. But I just was watching a video last night about how the Russian oil system could collapse because America is basically by eliminating the Venezuela thing, which is very complicated. How Venezuela was like transferring oil. They were mixing oil with Russian oil, so they couldn't trace the oil to Russia. So, you know, it looks bad for Russia, but that hasn't stopped Russia before. The news now is saying that Trump has just sanctioned the UK and Denmark over Greenland. Starmer only cares if he sanctions Ukrainian rent boys. Well, we don't know if he did that. I saw that too. It's like, I mean, how many wars are we going to start, Donald Trump? He wasn't supposed to be this way. And now he's this way. We're in Iran, Venezuela, Greenland, all over. Russia, we're all over. The Ukraine. Thank you, Tiff is fine. Where are you from? Are you fat? How old are you? Are you a man or a woman? Brand new lenses. Loads of people get it done. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should get it done. You know what I mean? It's like you can handle this stuff yourself. If viewers get scared away, then they are not fit for here, says MC Scott. You want to know something? That's true. And like when I meet people for the first time, I talk to them the way I'm talking. I try to be as open as possible. Because if you're like really nice to people and then you change, they go, oh, you've changed. But like, you know me from the beginning, and I want to know you guys from the beginning. Starmer is a WEF puppet and talks like a robot and looks like a dodgy car salesman player. You have to agree. He's like a puppet, but he's not even a puppet because he actually believes what the WEF. He could run the WEF because he believes that stuff. The local government minister said elections get in the way of getting things done. Steve Reed, did he really say that? F you, F you. This country believes in elections. You know, you've been having elections since 1960. When did you start your very first election? We want to get things done. Like Phil Pot. Did he really say that, Fatanai? Like fill potholes. That's like incredible. The majority of women look stunning when they wear glasses. No, they do not, fresh coconut. They don't. But most refuse to wear them as they think they look ugly, which they do. They do. If I was PM, women by law would wear glasses and 50s swing dresses. You know me, fresh coconuts. I'm against wearing glasses. I used to wear, let's Google pictures of Lewis Schaffer wearing glasses. Let's Google pictures of Lewis Schaffer wearing glasses. Lewis Schaffer wearing glasses. Okay, there's pictures. There I am. Look at how great I looked. Look at that. Look at that. Me looking angry. Look at that. Me looking. When was this? Who remembers when this was? There I am in London. That's right before my glasses were broken. There's Al Crittenden. No, that's Paul Cox. Lord's wait. These were like, look at these glasses. They were quite cool. Quite cool. And then my glasses were broken. Look at that. I used to wear distance glasses. Look at how handsome I am. Let's be honest, people. Look at how handsome I am. Eyeglasses are not needed. I wrote this last year. I wrote it last year. Let's see images. We'll see images. And that's me now. You don't see me wearing glasses now. Lots of pictures of me wearing glasses. There's a picture there. Home Office disband Windrush Reform Unit. GB News hit by Ofcom complaints. COVID comments. I said COVID was bull. I said COVID was bull in 2005 too. I was unfriended and unfriended and unfriended. Everybody unfriended me. They all unfriended me. Oh my. Now that's great. Also nice you're going to have a holiday. Win-win. You're speaking to Joodles there. Okay. Nina Conti had a puppet and a monkey who would be better than Starmer. Starmer is not a monkey or a puppet. He believes the lies that he tells. He's not. I don't know. You guys are always focusing on him flip like Kemi Badenoch, that horrible one. She's not horrible. She's lovely. But she's like always talking about flip-flopping on the issues. No, he's testing things out. He's seeing what he can get away with. They're reading our private WhatsApp messages by April this year. So watch out and what you say to your family and your friends. Is that true? That's really scary. So what should we do? Can we delete all this stuff? Can we delete all the pervy stuff that I've said? My dad died of COVID. So they say, says Shortell. Yeah, he didn't die of COVID. He did not die of COVID. He died of a cold, and you die of a cold because you're not healthy. But that's really sad to hear. That's really, really sad to hear. Lorna and Joe also had people being told that they died. I had laser. Didn't last. Only improved distance. Was great to start, says Janet. You don't need glasses. You just need to practice seeing. Look, I'm seeing. I'm looking over there. I'm looking here. I'm reading everything that I can, and then I'm looking here. I'm looking here, and then I'm looking over there. That's what we need to do. That's right, Joodles, says Ulrich, but she transferred her sex drive to her polyester simian. Are you talking about Nina Conti? Nina Conti, I found her really, I mean, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. She was nice. And her husband was a great actor. What was her husband? Well, not her husband, her father, Tom Conti. What was he in? What was he in? Jan, it's important people know that laser eye treatment does not last, says Andy. You should not mess with your eyes. You should learn that there's nothing broken with your eyes. I believe that. I'm such a believer. We've been here an hour. Everybody like and subscribe, please. Like, that's the least you can do to keep this thing going, is like and subscribe. Most people forget that the first COVID pandemic was in 2003. But back then it was called SARS-2, and statistically SARS-2 killed more people. Far left refused to acknowledge this even happened. The truth is there's no such thing as COVID. There's no such thing as germs floating around making people sick. Little tiny little bits of stuff that can actually cause you. Whoa, don't go. Look what's happening. Whoa. You know me, I don't believe in COVID. I don't believe in germs. Tom Conti was in Shirley he was in good, thank you, Joodles, in Shirley Valentine, but he was in another one as well. What was the other thing he was in? He was in some major thing back then. I'm talking to me, MC Scott. I'm glad I didn't go through that with it as my glasses strength changed later on. Okay, let's get back on. What are we talking about? Lewis, I got hit by Mike Tyson and something went wrong with my eyes. That can happen. That can happen. You get hit, but that's not your eyes, probably. That's like your brain leading to your eyes. Stop yelling. Okay, sorry, Joodles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, beautiful Joodles. I'm sorry. Claire says to Chantel, let's discuss things. Your poor dad and you and your family. I hated everything about the scandemic. The most important thing we need to remember is that irritation causes inflammation, which causes disease. And dust can cause disease. Coughing can cause disease. Bacteria can cause disease. But there's no tiny little speck that's flying through the air that lands on an open wound and then that destroys your whole immune system. There's no such thing as an immune system. I believe this. You don't have to listen to me. I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to you. Anyway, fresh coat, streaky bacon. He says, yeah, the big time farmer bought off all the media. So this fake pandemic was successful. But every other pandemic was also fake. They was also fake. People can die. Lots of people can die at the same time. They can. But they weren't killed by little, they weren't killed like the Spanish flu. That was a lie. Polio was a lie. They're all lies. A lot of government has shared in the COVID vaccine. A lot of the government has shared. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Darklands? Where are you from? Tell us. Say who you are. But if you can smell a fart, it isn't that poo particles are in the air. No, it's a gas. If you smell a fart, you're smelling the methane or whatever. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you don't die from smelling a fart. My left eye is damaged, Chantel, from a car crash. I had a blowout fracture to orbital bed. I flatlined twice, but I cope with my eyesight. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. How many traitorous MPs had shares in pharma firms? Yeah, even people who were not benefiting. We all think we're all going to die from tiny little things. Eugene DeVere is here coming in late, but what does he say? Smallpox was a lie. I agree with you. Go look up Dr. Sam Bailey. Go look up Dr. Sam Bailey. Let's see what Dr. Sam Bailey. Look up this woman. Dr. Sam Bailey from New Zealand. Go to her while you can. New Zealand. New Zealand. Look up this woman. I mean, everything we know about medicine, I believe, is a lie. I mean, you don't have to agree with me. I mean, I just like to shout it. That's what I'm doing. I'm shouting it. I'm shouting it. The whole thing is a scam. It's a scam. But everything, medicine is a scam. David Bowie was punched by a friend at school who had two different colors eyes after that. It worked really well for him. Yeah. Yeah, Alan Williams. Yeah. That is that terrain theory of health. Yes, it is. You can call it the terrain theory. It's not the germ theory. I believe in it too. No pharma products. No pharma products for 5 years. You go, girl or boy. Ulrich or Callis. Yeah, you go. That's what it is. If you are sick, you're going to get sick. If you're not healthy, you're going to get sick. And it's not, and you could, if everybody's coughing around you and you start coughing, you think to yourself, I'm going to get sick. That's what people think. It's psychosomatic or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Janet says, you do get poop particles in air. Don't leave toothbrushes on side of the sink. I hide mine when the kids visit. The reason why you should not share toothbrushes, because you shouldn't put other people's germs in your mouth. And if they use it, you're going to get schmutz. You know me, I'm anti-schmutz. I am anti-schmutz. But at the same time, I stopped brushing my teeth altogether when I went on a low-carb diet. Okay, so you shouldn't be brushing your teeth at all when you're on a low-carb diet. UK is the biggest grower and exporter of medical cannabis. I mean, the fact that they have to call it medical cannabis to get people to use it is wrong. Everyone likes my farts, Belle says. Lud, hello, Lud. It makes them feel like pizza. It makes them feel like pizza. Why would it make it feel like them like pizza? Andy, no one left in New Zealand as no one can afford a house or the taxes. Yeah, the country's gone. Possibly. The country's gone. I don't even know. I think they're still living in New Zealand, but they were kicked off the medical board there, just going to make coffee. No more vodka. Okay, good. No more vodka. What did I say? Lud, where the hell have you been? Joodles asks. I've got my best bikini on. Have you even started running? Would you stop that, Joodles? Stop that. Stop that. I'm paying attention to what you're saying, and it's breaking my heart. You can use the mind to heal or to harm, says Andy. Yes, 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 yes. And you see people coughing, you start coughing. And then the more you cough, the sicker you get. The sicker you get, and depending how sick you are, you've got the varies. You got a common cold, flu, COVID, man flu. Okay, fresh coconut. Your kids use your toothbrush to wipe their bums. Yeah, you should not hide your toothbrush. You shouldn't use, you should switch your diet. Lilith is here. Okay, cats and dogs do not brush their teeth. You're right, Eugene DeVere. We don't need to brush our teeth. No animal in the world has tooth decay, except for animals that are fed a high carb diet when they should be eating meat, like dogs. So that's exactly true. Eugene DeVere. It's kind of early for vodka, says Andy. It's whiskey time. Okay, that's funny. I thought I shouldn't be by now, but I'm still amazed at how Lewis can read a comment and understand it as the complete opposite of what a person commenting is trying to say. Yeah, maybe, it's not easy. I got a list of things coming up here. I'm thinking, are we being as interesting as we need to be? And I'm thinking I should have done something else. You know what I mean? There's a natural insecurity. Also, I'm not as smart as I used to be. I'm better looking. Everybody agrees with that. I'm better looking. And, I won't say anything. I'll just go. Saturday is bath night, Lewis. What can I do? But you're wearing a bikini. So what are you doing wearing a bikini in the bath? That is true, Tiff is fine. Something to do with Theresa May's husband. I don't know what Theresa May's husband did. Is that the dusty... Lud wants to know, is that the dusty pink bikini with the big tassels on, Joodles? Okay. Love the word schmutz. It's a good word. It's what causes disease, and this is how they test disease. They come up with a theory, and then they dump a ton of that schmutz in the animal or human's body, and the human gets sick or the animal gets sick and they die. And then they blame the germ. They blame the virus. Cows don't brush their teeth either, and they're herbivores. How does that work? Well, it works because, okay, Joodles, it works because cows have four stomachs and they've got enzymes to digest the carbs. We do not have enzymes not carbs, to digest fiber, and we're not meant to be eating carbs. It raises our blood sugar too much. Carbs are emergency food. Cows, they eat food and their blood sugar doesn't go crazy. So that's the answer to that question. I don't clean my teeth anymore. There are none left. Okay, I assume that that's a joke. That's a joke. Wasn't the first toothbrush made out of horsehair or something like it? Yeah. Yeah, what is it? What does that matter? Or pig's bristles or whatever it's called. Lewis, be more like your headliner self, Andy. Well, I am when I'm performing, when I'm on TV. I mean, it's not that I'm more of that. It just seems that way. Here, I'm in Studio 2 of the Lewis Schaffer production studios. I'm here by myself talking to you. The producer, I don't even know where the producer is. You know, he told me before, but I maybe wasn't listening. So I'm all alone here. I'm all alone. Judel says, you prefer if I was naked in the bath with Lud? Uh, I mean, what is a bikini? Bikini, is not much clothing. Is not much clothing. I don't know if it's right for you to be flirting with like that. It's making me feel uncomfortable, Judels. I mean, either way is fine. Either way, I'm exposing myself and my. Yes, either way is fine, Lewis. Okay. Um. No, you're in your bikini. Is that what it is? Um. No. And now we're having an awkward moment. This is an awkward moment. I'm being exposed. I'm being exposed for my envy. My envy that you and Lud are in the bath together. Ned Flanders wears a Speedo in the bath so that the Lord doesn't see his shrink-a-dink. Very funny. Ned Flanders, that's from The Simpsons, right? Remember Billy Connolly bit about Willie Coates? I think. I don't remember that bit. Save me the nubbins. I'll help you finish it. Ha ha ha. Look at horses. They only eat grass, but they have muscles and a big CEO. Yes, they do. They're not us. They are not us. We need to be careful with carbs. When like in the past month, as you know, I've been eating those Oreo ice creams. You remember when I went through my Oreo ice cream phase and my bread phase, and the next day I'm walking around and my feet are hurting or my teeth are bleeding. We're affected by carbs. We're affected. It's not the knitted one. You remember what happened? Lud. I remember Billy Connolly on knitted swimming trunks. I don't remember that. Cows are herbivores, but chickens are vegetables. Thank you for pointing out, because I have said that I didn't say that. I said that the Serbians call chickens vegetables because they're not quite as meaty as they should be. Nothing wrong with the human body as long as it's a girl. Yeah, but sometimes when you see a good-looking but I only think that 17% of the time. The man who invented the bikini, is a genius, as it looks like women are in their underwear because a bikini is advertised as beachwear. Women will wear them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My mate's horse loves sugar cubes and polos, says Chartel. Okay, Lewis. Lewis, as an international celebrity, as from TV, stage, comedy clubs, uh, film, recently seen on GB News. Okay, have you ever put a live gerbil up your bum? We don't know if he did. We don't know if he did. We don't know if he did. It's a horrible thing to accuse somebody. Not horrible, but I mean, I don't believe that that's the case. I mean, it could kill you. It could kill you. There's no air up there. There's no air. So why? How would it live? Carbs make your feet bleed. Yes, it does. It gave me uh, um um athlete's foot. Carbs do. It makes you in pain. Lots wrong with the body. Okay, carbs. Eugene DeVere says all cows eat grass. Yes, they should eat grass. They should eat grass, and part of grass is seeds. But not a pure diet based on seeds. It raises the omega-6, whatever it is. Whatever it is. It raises the omega-6. Burkina Faso. That's the country in south of the Sahel. I can't believe I wore my best bow. Maybe it's in the Sahel. I can't believe I wore my best bow tie, top hat, and thong for this. Alec Williams says, only to find Judels flirting with another man. It's really sad. She's not flirting with me, so that's like, I'm gonna have to block her if she doesn't start flirting with me soon. I'm not flirting, Alan. It's just bath night. What does that mean, bath night? That's too special, bath night. Everyone looks better with their clothes on. Just what Janet, this is what Janet is saying. I watch Naked Attraction and actually don't feel so bad. Big hairy stuff. Um, yeah, some women look great naked. Some women look great with clothes on. Some men look good without clothes on. Feel free to remove the top hat and thong. The only thing a fit man needs is a bow tie. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Fresh Coconut comes in and says, horses have tiny teeth, which proves they are herbivores. They also have eyes on the side of their head, which means they are prey, as prey needs to have 360 degrees vision to outrun predators. Yes. I have not watched Naked Attraction because I know how women think. They're not, unless somebody is really, really great looking in the face, not even in the body, maybe in the body a little bit. They won't find them attractive. Women don't find anybody attractive nowadays. That they, you know what I mean? So Naked Attraction, it's not like men. It's not like men, and it doesn't even matter what people's look like as much as it used to. Lewis, did you ever meet Peter Falk? As we know, you are famous, Andy. Remember, red flag goes up with YOUR. Is it why? Because as we know, you are famous, so you have to put a whatever it is. No, I never met Peter Falk. I never met Peter Falk, but my mother loved him, and I loved that show so much. I've watched loads of those shows. He doesn't have. I don't have a telly now, but I had a telly back in the past. I had a telly back in the past. Oh, there we go. Kermit is reading my mind. Buy the stream of coffee. Ko-fi.com. Lewis Schaffer. Yes, KO hyphen FI Lewis Schaffer, buy the stream. Keep the stream going. Keep the stream going. It's totally appreciated. Everyone, we've had over 100 contributions. That's so many. That's really great. Horses have cumbersome genitals, though. Cumbersome. They can. They can. I don't have a whatever it is. They used to be able to watch that stuff on YouTube. That you're not allowed to put that on YouTube anymore. You remember that? Also, donate to Patreon, patreon.com/Lewis Schaffer or Lewis Schaffer. Go to Patreon and say, I want to give money to Lewis Schaffer. Or go to PayPal. You're right, Kermit. PayPal. Go to PayPal. Or follow Lewis Schaffer on X.com. Here it is. Go right here. Can you see that? Lewis Schaffer on X. There's me with relatively famous people. Bill Burr and I'll find other pictures of me with famous people. Lewis Schaffer. He asked about Peter Falk. I don't know a picture with me of Peter Falk. I've never met him before. And don't forget to like and subscribe. How many people have liked and subscribed to this thing? How many people? Let's see if we can get an idea. 25, 26 people have liked. So this has been a really good show. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight, people? Have you enjoyed yourself? Because I've enjoyed having you here. And I've enjoyed talking to you. I've enjoyed you. This has been one of your best shows. You've done an amazingly good job, all you people. Andy says, I have an A level in English language. So I do. No, you don't, because your needs to be you or are. You are. Thank you, Andy. Support Lewis. That's what we need to do. Lewis, you made me scared as your eyes were closed and the stream paused for 5 seconds. I thought something bad had happened. It could happen. That's why I'm afraid to exercise. I don't want to stress myself out. But I woke up today. I was thinner. And I'm going to wake up. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I'm going to wake up tomorrow. But I weigh 76.7 kilograms. And so I look good. I recall a site called Polish Girls Love Horses. Or was that a dream? I don't know whether that was the site. But you could, you couldn't see it on YouTube, but you could see it on YouPorn or Pornhub or whatever one of those sites were. And it was horrible. It's horrible to watch it. I had to watch it over and over and over again just to confirm how horrible it was. I bought a 50-inch TV off my mate for $100, Led says. I look ridiculous trying to watch it in my Nissan Micra. Must be an old television. Prisoner Cell Block H is on. I never saw that show. Is that a good show? Is Noman Gridley? Pretty sure I've seen women breastfeeding on YouTube. I think it goes under health education, so they allow it. But so maybe watching horses do their thing is health and education. Maybe, Alex. Possibly. Good to see you, Alex. Yeah, Eugene DeVere, what a waste of what? Judas is laughing at Lud. TV license man came to my door recently. Is that true? And what did you do? How did you handle that? Thank you, Lewis. Top show, TC. What does TC mean? I forget what that means. You know what kids are like. They don't like responsibility, even though they ask for it. It's not like different. He's not as different from other Gen Z as he likes to think, Joodles. I don't know who we're talking about. I wouldn't employ him. Who are you talking about? I missed the whole thing here. Anyway, so let's go over. While we go there, maybe Discord. Does anybody know about Discord? How to get on Discord? Can you see over there? This is Lewis Schaffer. Go to Discord, I guess. Maybe add me or send me a message. Or send Kermit a message. I don't know how to do this. The lovely Dutch doctor told me today that she does not believe in the usual medical view that statins and cholesterol, but the higher-ups view on statins and cholesterol Sorry, but the higher-ups keep telling them, push the drugs. I'm winning her over. Yeah, the fact is she's got some doubt. I mean, yeah, they believe in it because they're doctors, and doctors are the most obedient race of people in the entire world. Horrible, horrible, horrible people, doctors. Horrible. The best way to make a kid do something is to say, I need a big, strong kid to help me out. It would have worked in high school when a teacher needed help moving something. Yeah, well, that's like what's his name? The Mark Twain guy. It's Mark Twain, not even the Mark Twain guy. It's like saying that's that Shakespeare guy. What's his name? Shakespeare. Shakespeare. Anyway, I'll go to Discord. Hio Kermit wrote down on Discord, so you can go join in right now. North is here, Lewis. I thought you were a Jew. Sort your monetization out. I should. What should I do? Do I have to? They took it away from me. I guess I should. What do you call? Here's a joke. What do you call a broke Jew? Lewis Schaffer. That's me. I'm a broke Jew. Samuel Clemens. That's right, Eugene DeVere. That's right, Samuel Clemens. You guys are smart. Let me thank everybody for being in the chat. Let me thank everybody. Oh my God, I didn't have live chat on. North is here. Good to see you, North. Okay, so let's look at the top fans. Who are the top 20 fans? Well, we'll do more. Oh my God, top 31 fans. Gary is 31. North is 30. Ron Smith, John Van Dam. Well, these are 25 fans. The Maltese Phil. Alex is at 50 XP. Dave Toby's at 25. Julian, thank you, Julian's at 50. Joe Warrior Princess, thank you, at 23. Ulrich Arcalis is at 22. Thank you for joining us. This has been one of our best shows. I can honestly say that. I can say that about all of them. It may not be true, but it could be. Keith Bexley is at 21. Eugene DeVere is at 20. Tiffin's fine. Good to meet you. The next time, maybe you'll tell us some information so we get to know each other. There's beautiful Lilith. Chartel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chartel. Carrie Macca. Beautiful, 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 beautiful Carrie Macca at 75. Andy's at 75. Lud. Such a busy day. He's at 14. Claire. Beautiful Claire. Vatanai is at 12. He's the first one to make 100. Fresh Coconuts is there at 11. Andrew Rubin is there at 100. Now we're up to 125, which is Alan Williams. Alan Williams was beautiful. Streaky Bacon, number 8. Number 7 is Claire. Hi-Ho Kermit is number 6. So you've done amazing. Darklands is 5. MC Scott is 4. And now we're in the top 3. Who are the top 3? Beautiful, beautiful Janet is 3. And then Mr. Cuff is 2. And then in comes Judels is number 1. A round of applause for Judels. She is in the bath wearing a bikini. Really nice. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been a great show. A great, great show. Lud is here. Lud, thank you for coming in, Chartel. If I don't say your name, Alex, if I haven't mentioned your name, Eugene DeVere, if I haven't mentioned your name, just say, hey, what about me and my chopped liver? Best show ever. This has been the best show ever. Okay? The best show. And you guys know it. Who can guess how many people are watching this show? Does anybody know how many people were at the top, the largest concurrent group of people watching the show? Can you do me a favor? Can you go over and just throw the stream a bone? It's free. And just like the stream, Streaky Bacon. What is the highest number of the stream. Any ideas? Janet says 40. Streaky Bacon says 40. MC Scott says 33. Judel says 42. I mean, this could be wrong. You know, it's these numbers could be wrong. Chartel says 38. Anybody else? You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it. Eugene DeVere says 39. One vote per person, please. I will buy you a coffee, Lewis, if you go on a date with me. Okay, I'll go on a date with you. Andrew Rubin is there, 37. Yeah. Okay. Chartel is at 38. Streaky Bacon is 41. Fresh Coconuts is 40. Alex is at 31. What did Rube say that was dirty? Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to tell you who won. Who won? Are you ready to know who won? Thank you, Claire. This is the first show you've stayed till the end. You've been able to stay till the end, so thank you very much, Claire. Everybody give Claire a big round of applause for being here. We had a very high number of viewers, too. We had 134 viewers. But the most that we've had at any one time, I'm going to say what it is right now. Let me see what it says. And the winner is, let me just go over the list, see who the winner is. Where is the numbers here? Oh, there we go. 38, 39. And the winner is, at 39, it's Eugene DeVere. A round of applause for winner for Eugene DeVere. He wins the Lewis Schaffer comedy, Lewis Schaffer Uncooked live stream. Who guesses the largest number of concurrent viewers for the stream award? So a round of applause for you, Eugene DeVere. And you're making a joke. You've won the award. You've won the award. I'm going to take it away from you for making that joke. I'm going to take it away. Okay, so we're going to see you tomorrow. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. Will we see you tonight at 10:30? Will we see you? I hope we see you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Best show ever. I love you. Patreon, PayPal, Ko-fi. Go to Twitter, subscribe and like. Go to Discord, talk to people. Okay, we will see you later. Best show ever.